So what are we putting on the coaster today?
On the coaster today, we have two fancy drinks. We call this as, the name is Picasso Sour.
Okay.
That's the one. And for this one, we call it just by the ingredients what it has: passion fruit and muskmelon.
Lovely. Welcome to the Coaster Club. I'm Ashish, and today we are at Slow Tide by the beach with one of the most talented bartenders in Goa, Calvis Rodriguez.
What's up,
How's
man?
it going, man?
Super good
How are
as
you
always.
feeling today? I know you're a little hungover from last night.
I mean, bartending, and that comes as a part of it. So
yeah. I think daru ko kaatega.
exactly, that's how it works, right? Like we need to chug it.
Oh, boss, I don't think I'll be able to chug it right now.
Just kidding.
Okay, anyway, let's taste it out. Cheers to that.
Chin chin, man.
Ooh, it's fruity with a kick.
Yes.
I like it.
So this one is, we call it as the Picasso Sour. It's a part of the menu where we call it classic errors.
Okay.
So this is like a pisco sour variation.
Oh, that
Where
makes
we do it in
sense.
a different way, where it's your sweetener turns into a carrot and galangal cordial, and we keep the acidity same and the pisco. Just shake it up. Oh.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Wanna
it
try
tastes
this
great.
one?
Yeah, please. Classic highball.
Classic highball. This is again, as I said, passion fruit and muskmelon.
Yeah.
A bit of gin, a bit of amaro. That's it. That's what you want, right?
Love it. But what is it about bartenders that they love a fucking nice highball? We have talked to a couple of bartenders and we asked them their favorite drink, and everyone's answer just ends up being a nice highball. What is it about
I
highball?
think it's about the feeling that it's easy to drink.
Okay.
Because I mean, that's for me. I don't know about other bartenders. I
No,
mean,
that's an answer I've got from Akshat also
right?
from Boiler
Same
Room.
thing.
Easy to drink.
Easy to drink, because I mean, we always keep on tasting.
Yeah.
Every drink that we make, we have to taste. That's
Yeah.
the whole idea. Otherwise, I mean, I'm going to serve you the drink, and if it's not that right, then I don't think I'm working out for it. So we have to taste, right? So
Yeah.
we end up tasting like 100, 150. If I'm
That
standing at the
sounds
bar,
fun. That sounds fun. I'm not
I
gonna
don't
lie.
think it's fun at the end of the day, man.
I really want to understand how did this start about for you? The entire bartending career. What came to your mind? Was it early on in your life? What is the story?
So for me, it starts from my home. My brother is a bartender now.
Oh,
A manager, right? Back then, he used to come. Actually, my cousin brother used to come make drinks for my dad. Show some skills and like, yeah, I did this. And I'm like, what is this? I'm very curious to know what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
And bartending back then was very different. Bartending back now is moderately different.
Yeah.
Fun is what I would call it for
Yeah.
both the times. This was 20 years back.
Oh, yeah, I think bartending in 20 years has changed. I would say bartending has changed a lot in India in the last 5 years.
Exactly.
Right?
I mean, in Goa, after COVID,
Yeah, things have just blown up.
I would have never thought myself working in Goa.
Oh, really?
Yes. I'm from here. I'm from Sawantwadi. It's at the border of Maharashtra and Goa.
Got it.
And this was the closest for me. But I never thought I'll be working here.
Oh.
Because all back then was happening was syrups, juices, just mix it
Exactly.
and give it up. Right?
Now we see more
Now
clarified
we see
drinks,
me-
we see more carbonated drinks, all of that
Carbonated.
happening.
I mean, it's more about technicality now.
Yeah.
Where now the guests also understanding what we're doing.
Yeah.
So which helps us a lot. And right now, if you ask me, do I want to go anywhere else than Goa? No.
Fair enough, dude. Especially with the place that you're working at, Slow Tide. It's at the beach. You have beach views going for you every day.
Every day. I mean, imagine you start your day with this.
Yeah.
I mean, I kept you waiting for half an hour today. You know.
And I am
couldn't
glad
go.
you did, because I was just sitting looking at the waves, listening to the sound of waves, and it was absolutely stunning. So I mean but that's another thing, right? Like the beach view and everything has to be working a lot for Slow Tide.
Yes.
Like I know Slow Tide has been on the top 30 list for the last 3 years, right?
Yes, yes.
But do you feel the beach vibes has something to do with it?
I mean, it's the positivity what comes in.
Okay.
It's the energy. People come here for the food. They come here for the drinks. And what also else that we can offer, or it's not we, it's the Mother Nature can offer, is the beach. And we are very blessed that we could come at this location because it helps us also, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, if I was working in front of a beach that would have definitely pushed my productivity. But luckily, y'all have made another sister bar called the Stone Pig.
Yes.
And we're sitting in AC right now, so even though we have the beach views in front of me, I am very much relaxed in an air-conditioned room. Tell us more about Stone Pig, man.
So Stone Peak, so this used to be a different space back then for Slow Tide. And so what happened was after COVID, not many people wanted to be sitting together.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
in some time we figured out that we need to have a bar,
Okay.
like a late night spot, cocktails only, small plates, and everything in between. You just come, have a good time with us. That's
Yeah,
what
I
call it.
mean, I'm seeing this place first time,
Yeah.
and it happens to be that I'm seeing in the daytime. Even in the daytime, it's beautiful,
Exactly.
but I can just imagine, like in the evening, it has to be
In the
absolutely
evening, it's
stunning.
dim lights, a bit of light, subtle red.
I love it. I love it. I know that there's a little project or a lab kind of a situation that you have. What is it?
That's one of our space. So what we have there is our production space for Slow Tide and now Stone Pig. Each and everything is produced over there.
Okay.
Except for your fresh lime juice and your fresh juices for the day.
Okay.
That's done at Slow Tide or here.
Oh.
Rest, everything.
So any of the mixes that we have, any of the batches we have, everything is being made inside.
made inside.
Now, Slow Tide has been on the list for 3 years.
Yes.
Right. You all were 11th last year.
Yep.
You all are 20th this year. How does the drop feel? The good part is that you're still part of the list.
Exactly.
But I'm sure the drop has to sting a little.
For us, I mean, I've joined now,
Okay.
and everything what is there before is Sujan.
Okay.
I think he has done.
So are you saying that the drop is because of you?
No. Nothing like that. I think can be, but the whole
No,
point.
we won't put the blame on you. Don't worry.
So what I feel is there are a lot of things that are happening. There are a lot of new bars come up. Like there were 9 new entries. And I think we just have to do what we have to do. I mean, awards are going to be a part of it, frankly.
Yeah.
But are your guests happy? Or are you doing it for the industry? We need to understand that.
Yeah, you know, I'm glad you mentioned that because one of the questions I had definitely was when, like, let's say a special menu comes about,
Yeah.
be it for Uraq, be it for your Christmas, right? Now, when you all do that, in your mind, is the guest's reaction more important, or are you, or is there a reason of doing this because of getting on a list, and does that help in any sense?
Getting on the list is going to be altogether different option for me.
Okay.
The main thing what I want to explore will be is like you asked me as a reaction. The reaction can be in both the ways, a reaction and as the guest satisfied also.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
important for me. The reason why we do special menus is because we always have a static menu and we have a lot of regulars coming in.
Okay.
So
Okay.
now that's Christmas, then why don't we make
Do something for them.
inspired for that? And that's what they like.
And I saw you all do a very nice mulled wine as well. but how does a mulled wine feel in the hot weather, dude?
I mean, surprisingly, I don't like wines personally. I
Okay.
mean, it's not about liking wines. It's just that
It's a personal preference.
exactly. I don't even prefer most of the cocktails. At the end of the day, I go
Okay.
for a chilled beer, straight
Dude,
out of the
again. So every bartender's story. A highball or a fucking beer.
beer, bro.
What is it? Is it that you guys have had so many cocktails in life that you're like, fuck it now, I am done with these sweet drinks. I just want to have a nice chill lager.
Exactly.
So how does it feel for a bartender if, like, suppose I come to you as a guest and I'm like, you know what, surprise me with a drink?
Okay.
Is that something that is appreciated by a bartender, or is it just something that pisses you off?
It's surprising for sure, but it's not fun anymore. Because what is happening nowadays is people are saying, I don't want it sweet.
Huh.
So, dude, that's not a right.
Spicy cocktails.
Yeah. Like, there's a cocktail, it's called as a cocktail. I'm not saying it is meant to be sweet,
Okay.
but it will have some sweetness to that.
Yeah.
And as a guest, I think somewhere we need to understand that's how cocktails were started. So,
Yeah. So is that something that you end up judging in a guest? Like, suppose like someone walks up to you, like, "Acha, make me a surprise drink," or is there a particular order that you're like, "Fucking, are you serious? You want to have that?"
they're like, make me a picante picante, but उसमें tequila मत डालियो.
तो क्या डालो?
Exactly. नहीं मुझे वर्जिन वाली चाहिए.
Oh my
Dude, that's
god,
not how it
no
works.
way. But no, yeah, you know like how there was a gin wagon going on,
Yes,
like let's say
and now it's
3 years
like a
ago.
tequila.
It's a tequila /picante. Like you're having a tequila or you're having a picante. I don't understand what's happening. Why do you feel like this fucking picante thing is going on?
I don't know. I mean, it's a good cocktail.
I agree, yeah.
It's a nice cocktail, but it's too like people are just taking it on and off and on and off. Like it's too much right now. I can go for a nice michelada.
Okay, can you
If I
explain what
want
a
to have
michelada is?
If I want to have a good spice in my drink, something spice. It's like a Bloody Mary meets a beer. So half like your tomato and everything,
Okay.
Tabasco, and then it's topped up with a beer.
Okay.
It's tasty. It's nice because it's beer.
Now I know that Slow Tide, as you said, does an entire thing around Anjuna.
Yeah.
You want to tell stories about Anjuna.
Yes.
Be through the food, be through the drinks.
Yes.
Now I know there's a drink called the Acid Eric.
Yes.
Or Eric?
Acid addict.
Acid Eric.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me the story of Acid
I think we should skip this story, bro.
Eric? Like there were substances, psychedelic substances
Yes.
that were being
Yes.
distributed by
by
Eric.
And it
For
was from,
free.
For free.
For free.
And it was from California, okay?
Ooh.
And a lot of parties happening back in the days, distributing everything. And practically he was like a Santa Claus for people.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, yeah,
you-
I understand why. But this is back in the 80s.
Back in the 80s, like 70s. 80s.
That was, I think that's the better time to be in
I
Goa,
would say
man.
that is the better time. Goa was way different back then,
Yeah.
way different now. I mean, we have only seen this side of Goa.
Yeah.
Not many people have seen the real side of Goa.
Yeah.
If you go to see, there are as many bars in Goa, there are double the times of temples in Goa.
Interesting.
Yes.
I like that you mentioned that there are like a bunch of bars going on in
Yeah.
Goa, right? And also because of that, when like, I know I'm getting back on the top 30 list,
yeah.
but you see a bunch of names on the list.
Exactly.
Right? Be it like a bar outsinger,
Yes.
be it like a Slow Tide, Boilermaker. What is it about Goa that bars are doing so well? Is it the as you said, there are more temples, but the reputation comes with the fact that there
Yes.
are a bunch of bars. People
Yes.
come here to party.
Yeah,
Do you
definitely.
think that is one of the reasons, or is it just like great work that like the bars are putting in right now?
The great work the bars are putting in. So, if I had to say about Outrigger, I've been there when they started. It was just 1 month in, and I knew that it is going to be the best.
Yeah.
I've worked with Boseman prior to this before, and
Oh, where?
I mean it was like I used to work at Izumi before,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
used to take care of our
interesting.
project. But frankly telling you, I've learned one thing from Bose is how to show up. You want to learn hospitality. You need to. You want to show what hospitality is. Boseman.
Yeah, that's I was. My next question was going to be about Boseman. What is it about him? What is it about him that he took Bar Spirit forward on the top?
It's the
He
energy.
has the bar out.
Imagine Bar Spirit Forward being busy on a Monday night.
Yeah, what the hell?
You
In
don't
Bangalore.
get to exactly. You don't get to step in.
Yeah.
So now the whole point is, as most of us say, it's not about the bar. It's the people who work behind it.
Yeah.
And they actually do the work for it, right? Like as I say, Boseman, his energy is immaculate. You cannot match his energy. You cannot. You cannot. So once someone asked
So the guy is different.
he is different.
Yeah.
Someone asked me if in the whole world or in the place, who is that bartender or a person who you want to do your guest shift with? And the immediate thing in my mind pops up is Boseman. I mean, if you can match that energy by the slightest of it,
Then you made it.
you made it.
Wow.
It's very different for me to working with him. It's basically you're on your toes also, but you know that you can open up. So that's important. Being behind the bar, opening up is very important,
Yeah,
and I feel like
man.
that sort of thing is a transition to it.
Fair enough, dude. Now, I also want to understand. Okay, we talked about Boseman, but now you're in Slow Tide.
Yeah.
What is the recipe for Slow Tide to be in the top 30 for the last 3 years? Back to back, back to back, back to back.
A recipe for Slow Tide, I would say if you see, if you look at Slow Tide, we are a modern shack. It's what we call it.
It's not a bar. It's not
It's
a
not a
restaurant.
bar.
It's a modern
It's a modern shack. We don't do a fancy decor. If you see, there's just bamboos going across one other.
when you have a view like this, you don't
Exactly.
have to
So
spend
that's
much on decor.
exactly that's the main reason. We wanted to keep it simple. We wanted to have the natural lighting. The architect is done by Palinda Kanangara. He's from Sri Lanka and is one of the most reputed architect in the world. And the whole idea of this was to keep it easy, to keep it easy breezy is what they call it. And not everyone likes when they hear Susegar, but it is Susegar. You have your lunch, then you can go on top and sit for some time. It's like a sofa sitting where you can just enjoy the breeze. You come in and you just sit, and all you have is the beach view. And then what we do is we don't bother you a lot.
Okay.
So the style of working at Slow Tide is we tend to have understand what you want priorly, and so that we don't keep on disturbing you a lot. So I think that's one thing for us.
Y'all are not trying too hard, as you said, with the decor.
Yeah.
You want your drinks and food to speak for the place.
Exactly.
And I think that way
That's
you are doing good
that's
job.
that's all. And
Which reminds me,
yeah.
what do you have for us to eat, man, today? I'm getting a little hungry now.
There's this. So we also do some sandwiches.
Okay.
And for us, all we know about coastal food is fish thali.
Exactly. 100% agree. For someone who doesn't know much,
Who
fish
doesn't know.
thali is one.
If you see the Slow Tide menu, you'll have Karwari mussels. That's mussels from Karwar, like a spice and everything in between. But you'll also have a garam podi chicken. That's like a Kerala style inspired chicken. Then you'll also have red snapper crudo, which is like a ceviche, but in a Goan fish curry sauce.
Oh wow.
So imagine that.
I'm one of the biggest fans of crudo, man. I won't lie.
Yeah?
I love some good crudo going
I
on.
can actually
makes
get
you feel
some.
so fresh. It's beautiful.
I think you know what you want to have.
100%.
So that's the crudo.
Also,
that's
like, I
what-
want to understand that, okay, having your bars on the list is one thing. Just having your bar is one thing. Just having your restaurant is one thing. You guys are on the restaurant lists as well.
Yep.
You guys are on the food lists as well. What is this balance that you all have created? How does that function, dude?
The balance is, I mean, that's quite a balance. I mean, if you call as a restaurant and a bar, it says it all. For us, what we try to do is, the food speaks for itself, the drink speaks for itself. But what we try to do is to keep it consistent all the time. That's why if at the warehouse we have one person for 15 days period, like two people. He goes in 15 days.
Did we get that on camera? Oh wow, we have ghosts going. We have ghosts of Anjana going on.
Is that you, Acid Direct? So we have two people at the times at warehouse prepping, so that there stays consistency. And those two people do it like a month thing, but a month, like one goes 15 days earlier and one comes 15 days later, so he can give a proper handover to him and tell
so
him
there's
what
a
we
full
do.
system.
That's a full system. If you check in the kitchen, chef has designed the kitchen in such a way that everything is hands reach.
Yeah,
And
I think that's the thing about hospitality, right? You just have to be
Yes.
very hands-on. You
Very
have to
hands-on.
be thinking of the process. You have to be thinking of the service that's going to happen. And I mean, that's just the industry that you all have to be
Exactly.
in.
And
Just accept it.
that helps us because, as I said, our food speaks for itself. I think when you have quality, when you give the quality, you don't have to think anything beyond that. I mean, obviously, the food is tasty, but are you happy after having it? That happiness can come into two ways, right? I mean, you don't have a stomach upset later, but you also feel good now. So that's how it is.
Yeah,
for
I
us.
think one of the biggest pleasures is to come to a nice restaurant and like have a nice meal, a nice hearty meal, which makes you feel great at the end of the day.
Yes.
So I'm sure Slow Tide is doing that, right? And so that's the thing. You said Slow Tide is like a full day thing, like the vibe changes. I'm sure like if someone has come, let's say at like 1 p.m. the vibe is going to be a little different. You're enjoying the views. Someone comes at like a 6, the vibe is different. The music is a little going on. You see the sunset. But how is it in the night? How does it?
Uh,
what happens during the night?
In the night, it's more beautiful because it's a bit of cool breeze coming out. You can listen to everything in the night because all the other noises shuts off. You don't
just
hear
listen
a
to the
bike, you
sound
don't
of
hear any
waves.
car noise. It's just sound waves. We also do like a mellow music in the night, like slow 80s and 90s. Can be like Eric Clapton behind it. Can be maybe Elvis Presley. You never know. So it's and we have our host. His name is Gabriel. He's a hardcore drummer.
Okay.
He's like back in his days, like a
Big ass,
yeah,
like full headbanging
headbanging thing. And so we don't have a playlist. We
Okay.
give him a tab, bro. This is it. You play yourself.
Oh damn!
And he's busy taking the guest in. Hi guys, how are you doing? This and it's like, okay, I'll play this song.
Oh.
So that is why what I feel helps us to boost our stuff as well, because there's one way that the guest is enjoying the music, right? But what if the staff is not?
Yeah, and I won't lie, as a customer also, you know, when you see the staff enjoying and have a good time
Exactly.
and just like giving a little moves out, you enjoy yourself as well.
And you see at Slow Tide, our staff will be in shorts.
So it's a relaxed vibe.
It's a relaxed vibe. Shorts, apron, cap. I'm not saying we are like a fine dine place.
It's modern shack.
Exactly. It's a modern shack. You come, you enjoy your time with us, with the beach, the positive vibes.
Yeah.
Just have a good time. That's
Fair
fine.
enough,
Nothing
fair
else.
And before this, you were working at Izumi.
Yeah.
Now, Izumi, for us who's like a customer, is like a food first kind of a
Yes,
place,
yes.
right? You're a bartender there.
Yep.
How do you feel? How did you feel when you were working there? When maybe drinks came second to food.
It's fine. It's fine. Izumi is known for its food, and it's also known for its drink now.
Yeah.
In Goa especially, and now also in Bombay they have opened up a new space.
Yeah.
It's called as Idoru or Aidoru.
They have. It's right above Izumi.
It's right about it.
Yeah.
I've been there, so
Very nice place. It's
Very
like
nice place.
blue lights going on for it. It's beautiful.
it's not easy to have a Japanese restaurant in India.
Yeah.
You don't have the right produce.
And the way they do it is just stunning. The yakitoris, everything that they do is just.
I still crave
Even the fucking gyozas they do, man. The pork gyozas just like slap. It's perfectly crispy on the outside. Oh,
amazing. I love the katsu curry.
yeah.
That's the best one.
yeah. Katsukari is actually good. I actually don't remember the drinks at Izumi, but I'm assuming it has to have some kind of Asian influence going on in the drinks.
Back then it was there. There were some Asian influences and some Goan influence as well. Because we were in Goa.
Yeah,
Like,
in
it was
Asagam
Goa,
itself, right?
Asagam, and it was nice.
Sweet.
It was different for the guests who used to come. Some sakes, some wines, some beers. Some cocktails. Again, as I say, for me, it's always like what you want. It's not
Yeah.
about what I want to give you. You want to have watermelon juice? There you go, bro. A watermelon juice
Yeah.
for you because that's
Fair.
important.
Fair.
I can, like we have this term called as upsell you a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like I can, like literally I can. You won't even notice it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to.
Fair enough.
Like
it is about if the guest is enjoying the drink in his first drink, if they feel like, oh fuck, this is great.
This is great, and that is what thing for me. Like that's the second order. Okay, now I know that it's nice.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That's what.
Fair enough.
So even though if that's a food space, that thing could have amazed me. That's it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Now it's there that like sometimes there are guests who like send back a drink. Right, because they're like, oh, I didn't like it. How is that kind of a feeling?
So if you don't like it, you have to tell me on your first sip or your second sip,
That's
or
fair.
maybe like a third. But you don't tell me when your drink is halfway down. Like
मजा नहीं आया तुम नया लाओगे
naya dalo. So I don't know. I don't know if I should say this.
Are
for
say
the
it,
guest
bro.
one.
Come on. Who cares? Not a lot of people are going to be watching this anyway. I'm not trying to get you in trouble. Don't worry. I promise.
So what happens is they have half the drink, okay?
Okay.
Half and more than half. I was like, oh, it's diluted. Bro, you're taking pictures for half an hour. You're at the beach.
This is
There's
very
humidity. You know that you're sweating, or you know that you're getting sweat.
Yeah.
So obviously that's ice. It's going to melt, and your drink is not going to be that dry.
Yeah.
So what we do at Slow Tide is I don't tell you that you have to finish the thing like in 5 minutes. But I'm saying that don't waste your time clicking pictures.
Yeah, sometimes I'm sure it has to be annoying when guests come with their opinions and their कि ऐसे बनाओ मेरे लिए. And you're like, dude, I mean, I know what I'm doing. Just like, there's a reason we are where we are. There's a reason we do what we do. Like,
Sometimes if
make
it
a
makes
good-
sense, I say like, okay, we'll do it the way you want it. Sometimes it doesn't, then we tell them ki I don't think this is recommended. But if you still insist, we'll still do it for you. And we'll still do it to you with a smile on our face.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I cannot I cannot hide that I'm laughing that you won't love it after
Yeah,
that. So,
yeah, exactly. But I'm sure like there would be instances where there are people who are just getting like too drunk at the place, creating a scene. Does it happen a lot at Slow Tide?
No.
No?
Not at Slow Tide.
Share, yaar. I was hoping you'll tell me some fun stories about
No,
that.
no. At Slow, see that's why I told you,
Someone's
right?
standing on the table dancing and doing all of that,
that
shit.
has never happened. But people come here like मुझे table नहीं मुझे sea facing का table चाहिए मुझे ये चाहिए bro. Everything here is a sea facing thing.
Yeah.
Even if I'm sitting here, I can see the
Yeah,
I can watch the
even
sea
if you're sitting on a table which is like
anywhere. That's
Yeah,
how
you get the
that's
sea
how
view.
it was designed because anyone sitting can have a sea view.
yeah.
But we had an incident where I told you about Gabby, right?
The drama.
So one person comes to me like, इधर से beach दिखता है क्या?
Oh God. We are at the beach, brother.
And Gabby is like, tada.
Fair. Now I know that Goa, as like the fraternity it is with restaurants and everything, you all love doing collabs.
Yes.
Right? Everyone's doing a pop-up here and there. I see you all doing with Hideaway, you all doing with Boilermaker, someone's doing with something. What is it about Goa that you all are doing so many more collabs in any other city?
In Go, I mean, for us, collabs are one part. For some, they think it's like a collateral. It's monetized. For us, it's about building a relationship with you. Like my favorite place in Goa will be Patisco.
Okay.
I love the food.
Yeah.
I love the drinks.
Yeah.
I get two things at once. The hospitality is nice. The bartenders are really cool. Dave is a really good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Space is welcoming. You get to try different style of food over there. The drinks are mostly Goan foreign flavors, and that's what I like about the drinks more. So something like that will obviously help me to have a collaboration with you.
Yeah.
Like
Fair enough.
when we were at Izumi, when I was at Izumi, we did a collaboration with Patisco.
That would have been fun, dude.
It was crazy, man.
It's like two different kinds of food.
Two
coming
different
together.
guys. So that's not right. Like the chefs, they did like a banger thing. It was something really crazy. The drinks, Dave and me had paired some few drinks. Even that was crazy. So again, when I say collaboration, is for me is basically when there are masti, banters. Understanding of how to, I mean, if it's Izumi and it's Patisco, it's like a Japanese and it's some Goan.
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
together.
that's right.
I mean, it's two cultures together, right?
Yeah.
So that's fun.
And then you all try to make drinks around the same vibe
Exactly,
as well.
same
That's gonna be
vibe.
fun,
That's
dude.
important. That's
Yeah.
fun. So for me, collaboration. If I want to do any collaboration, that's the main part I look at.
But what is it about Goa people and the Goa chefs, the Goa bartenders, the Goa restaurant owners that you all like to be a close-knit community? You like to be a fraternity. You don't
Yes.
see that much like in different big cities.
Yeah.
You probably won't see that in a Delhi. I might be wrong again. You probably don't see that in Bombay, but Goa is very visible.
Yes.
Like y'all are like I think there's a chef's night kind of a thing that happens, right?
Yes. Everyone is closer here. I mean, it's north and south Goa is a bit far.
Yeah.
But if you go to say it's here only, everything is here. If I want to go to Donapal, I can go. Like it will take me 1 hour right now. But again, the hassle will be worth the tassel is what we
Yeah.
call it, right?
Oh.
So yesterday we did like a soft launch. I mean, and I called like 5 of my friends like, hey bro, come. 2 of them were from Vasco and they came, bro.
Oh wow.
So people want to be part of your
Yeah.
story, your journey, and that's what keeps us closer.
That's
is
so
what I-
beautiful to hear, man. That's so beautiful. So, I know beach plays a big role with Slow Tide.
Yes.
So it has to.
Yeah.
But let's remove the beach aspect.
Okay.
Let's just talk about the vibe that you all create with the food, with the drinks, with the hospitality. Do you think something like this functions in a Delhi or a Bombay?
in a Delhi or a Bombay.
Yeah.
Can in Bombay it can if it's Bandra.
Okay.
Because people will really understand that thing.
Yeah.
And
And there are
also-
places in Bandra
Exactly.
which I feel like a Soul Fry. I don't know if you've been there. It's like a Goan place going on there.
no,
It does karaoke. Something similar.
Yeah, so it's the old world charm that we want so for the space like this to open up, because we are talking about 70s and 80s, so we also want that theatrics to play a part for us.
Yeah, so you have a story going on in Bandra, so you'll be able to do that. That's very fair. Now, what is one advice you'd give to a 14-year-old who's thinking of becoming a bartender?
A 14-year-old who's want to become a bartender, wait until you turn 21.
Yeah, for sure. And then
And then for sure. See, right now everyone's asking me, do I have to do bartending course? Do I have to get my degree done and all the things? I mean, it's good. It's good for your education, for your you need to be qualified to do. But ideally, you don't.
Okay.
You need to be passionate. It takes a lot from you, but also gives you a lot. So it's the right time. There will be times which will be very hard.
Yeah.
But again, if you're very passionate about it, passionate means, I'm not saying passionate about to kitna time kaam kar sakta. Passionate about how long your mind can go. That's important.
yeah, because I'm assuming you have to keep reinventing things.
Exactly.
Like even at Slow Tide, do you all have to like reinvent the drinks menu more often? Do you all do that? Do you feel like there is a need to do that?
There's a need also, but we do like a time frame.
Okay.
Now we have recently launched a menu, like a volume 2. It will go for another year.
Okay.
Yeah, trends changes. The way people drink changes. I mean, it's not about the trends anymore right now for me, but it's about how people want to drink now. For me, it's about how the way you're drinking is important, and how the ingredients work is important. Back in the days, it was all syrups. Then certain time it was all fresh. Then it was clarified, and now I feel like the fresh ingredients are coming back.
Okay. So you think the next trend is going to be like fresh
Yes,
ingredients? making
and we have
something
already
fresh.
done that at Slow Time.
You're all ahead of the times anyway.
Exactly.
Man.
So there's this cocktail called as Bakshish Boulevard.
Okay.
It is whiskey, April, Amaro. It's a variation of a paper plate. And what we do is a strawberry soda. Now what we do for the strawberry is that you don't get it all the time, right?
Yeah. So it's a seasonal.
It's a seasonal. So we buy in bulk,
Oh.
we chop it, we blend it, and we do like a packets of 1 kg.
So it's good enough for the full year then?
Good enough for the food.
Damn. There is another drink on the menu called Amsterdam Dave.
Oh.
I want to know a story for that also. I know every drink has a story
Yeah.
for some legends
Every
from
drink has a
Anjuna.
story. Yeah.
And I just want to know the story for Amsterdam Dave as well.
So Amsterdam Dave, the name says it. Amsterdam, a place,
Yeah.
and Dave.
Yeah.
So he is from Amsterdam. He came here in Goa, hosted a lot of parties.
Yeah.
Like blood
Sober
moon
parties.
blood moon parties and all these
Yeah.
things. Now this cocktail is a variation of a gin sour, where we do gin, muskmelon cordial, a
Okay.
bit of lemon balm tea for the dryness, and nice shaken up the sour side with the vegan foam. What we do, we don't do egg white side Slow Tide.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, we try to keep it with the vegan foam.
And how does the vegan foam come about?
There's this brand called as Stilla Brand.
Okay.
It's not a branding what I'm doing right now. Sorry.
Yeah. Don't worry, this is not sponsored at all.
Not sponsored. So it helps us to get that
Understood.
the egg white texture, and so it's creamy, smooth, fresh muskmelon. No added sugar to that. Shaking it up, nice, and we do a beetroot dust on top.
Okay.
But that beetroot dust is twirled into looking like a moon.
Oh, so you have the blood moon going. That's awesome.
So that's how Amsterdam Dave. And
That's really
all I say is, when the guests ask, "Is this drink good?" and we tell them, "I don't think Dave asks for your opinion."
Oh, I like that. I like that. So, what is your favorite thali in Goa?
Okay. My favorite thali in Goa is behind Anjuna Police Station. It's called as Om Food.
Okay.
It's simple thali, not like
Nothing
it has
fancy.
fancy things in it. It just have rice, fish curry, the OG fish curry. Like you get the zing, you get the spice, the tanginess, everything in between, and on top of that is fresh fish. Then they give which fish you want, like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, they'll ask
and
you.
with that they'll also give a small fish on the side,
Like
just
a rava fry situation?
like a rava fry. Can be mackerel, can be half kingfish. You never know. Then there's soul curry and nothing else,
Oh.
and some pickle. That's it. and you go any time of the afternoon, it's busy, it's packed. So I like places which is packed like that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you
Then you know,
always
like,
have
it's doing well,
It's
firstly.
doing well, and it's basically the fresh produce all the time.
Fair enough. One food item or place you like to go post shift.
Post shift, I like to go home for sure.
Okay.
I don't want to go anywhere. But if I'm going, I go to there's this place called as Arambar. It's just my favorite place.
Okay.
There's a whole lane of
Bars there.
bars over there, but I go to only one space. Even that's packed most of the time. But the people who are working there are really cool. That's like the third generation they are running it now. There
Okay.
are two brothers now, and they did one special thing, shark fish, but they did it like a chicken, like a 65 style. So I'm like,
That
bang
was
on,
slap,
bro.
dude.
That slapped.
That sounds amazing. Because chicken 65 is great.
Imagine
Shark
like
fish
a
is
shark.
great. You mix it, you're gonna get something.
And that was the first time I had a shark fish like that. So
yeah,
in
this is the first time I'm hearing about
exactly,
that, right?
right? Also, you can try their they have a okra fry.
Yeah.
But it's like,
I think people really start to do more of okra fries.
Bro,
Such an underrated dish. I
crazy.
feel it's crispy, it's nice, you can just keep having it, it's light on you.
Lighter.
I think okra fries
and the
are
best thing
beautiful.
about why it tastes much more better because the beers are chilled.
Obviously, he loves because of that. Okay, your favorite bar other than Slow Tide?
Other than Slow Tide, when I was not at Slow Tide, it used to be Slow Tide. I always used to tell Sujan, bro, you've done amazing.
Yeah.
Because he actually have done amazing
Yeah.
things. So it used to be one that if I go to a bar, it is always after shift. And when I have my day off, I want easy drinking. So
Yeah.
it can be Pablo's. I want to have a chilled
Your
beer there.
neighborhood bar.
Yeah, a neighborhood bar. Then I can go to Boilermaker because again there are good people.
Yeah, and I think you go alone to Boilermaker and you're not going to feel like you're alone.
exactly. That's what I said. There are good.
Yeah,
There,
staff is so nice, people are so nice there.
everything.
Lovely drinks.
There are good people and there are good beers also.
Yeah. One underrated spot in Goa.
Oh, there's this place. It's called as Mafia Cocktail Bar.
Okay, I've not heard of it.
That's way too underrated.
Yeah, clearly.
People don't know about it.
Where
a
is
lot.
it?
It's somewhere in Sangolda. The food is like a local food, Goan food, but tasty. Like it slaps again.
Yeah.
Like
See.
that. I don't think they do a lot of cocktails, but you should go there in the Urak time. Or just drink Feni. I love Feni.
Oh, okay.
So if I'm not drinking beer, it's Feni.
So we've talked a lot about food, talked about drinks. Now what are we eating?
For eating, I have ordered for some stuff.
Okay.
And it's here.
Yeah, come. Vikram, can you help us out, please, man?
That's Bikram. Thank you so much, man. You come at Slow Tide and you should meet this guy always.
Oh,
This one is pork sandwich.
thank you.
Thank
Wow,
you
all
so
of this
much.
looks really appetizing. Thank you,
It's
Bikram,
crazy.
sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bikram.
Thank
Thank
you.
I told you, you asked me how does it help for you to get, what you do. When we have people like them, people like him, then it's easy for
Easy
us
for
to
you.
put it across the table.
That's good to know,
Yes,
man. Okay,
yes.
let's try something out. What do you suggest I start off with?
I think you should start with the crudo first
Crudo?
because that's gold.
Okay.
This is like something what we do like a ceviche style, but this is red snapper crudo. We use red snapper, and we use the sauce just like it's like a
God.
exactly. It's an interpretation of a Goan fish curry sauce.
Wow.
Coming with a nice
It's so-
red snapper.
It's nice and creamy. It's so fresh,
And
the crispiness that's
Yes.
coming there. Oh God,
from the rice
this is-
puffs.
This is
Crazy.
beautiful.
That's one of Chef Abhishek's go-to dish.
This is brilliant.
Then you can try.
I'm really excited to try the ghee dosa. but
Exactly.
You suggest
That's
the
why I want to keep it a bit
You
late
suggest the order,
because
yeah.
it has this nice podi masala. So I want you to
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
that later. You can
Yeah.
go with the sandwich first. Have
Okay.
a bite of that. With some nice sweet potato chips on the side and some nice.
nicely melted. Oh, there's some caramelized onions I see.
If you can zoom in, you see the cross section. If you can see.
It's beautiful. It's like you see the caramelized onions, you see the melted cheese,
Bang
you
on.
see the pork, and it's melting in your mouth. This is brilliant.
That's there. And finally, you can try the
potato
caramel.
chips, is that
Yeah, that's sweet potato chips. In house. Everything. You see everything over here, it's made in house.
Yeah, and you can tell the coastal vibes, you can tell the coastal flavors.
That's how I was telling you, like coastal food, but imagine like this in a different way. So.
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna eat. But Calvis, this has been an absolute blast. It was amazing having you on. Thank you so much for coming on. This was
Likewise.
an absolute pleasure,
Pleasure,
man.
man.
Thank you so much.